Veronica that question, and she gave me specific information on how to determine whether or not it is a divine messenger from God. Now this fits with angels, this fits from deceased loved ones, spirit guides, anything that is coming from God.
It's positive from the other side.
Will come with love. There will never, ever, ever, ever be a negative aspect. There will be no prejudice. There will be no judgment. There will be no harming anyone else or yourself under any circumstance. There will not be trying to get you to do something that you don't want to do, period. The spirit guides cannot interfere with your free will. They can guide you, but they
anything
cannot
positive,
make
anything good
you.
cannot interfere with your free will. Free will is yours.
And on my website and in my group, I have extensively talked about spirit guides and contacting spirit guides. And if you just type in the word spirit guide in my group, you will get tons of postings from me and some of my other associates on spirit guides and valuable information. But Veronica listed how to tell that they were divine messengers. Now, some of the other things, divine messengers, and we did have an entire show on that. Angels, archangels, cherubims, seraphims, virtues, dominions, thrones, and principalities.
Those are the different names or types of angels, and Sylvia Browne describes them by the color of their wings, or the outsides of their wings, and by their size and by their stature.
Basically, angels do not have a gender. They may appear to have a gender when they appear to you. They may appear as a human being, or they may appear as a typical stereotype, symbolic angel with wings. And if you do happen to see wings, or
hear wings,
or see any, she says these colors will be on the wings. And I'm saying that if you see an angel, you may see these types of colors around them. Not specifically on their wings, but their aura will be radiating this. Angels are dusty gray and white wings. So you may see a dusty gray white aura about angels. Archangels.
Or a flash, or a...
White is archangels.
Very bright, very proud, very dominant, very shocking white, very clean.
Yeah. Cherubims. White wings with gold tips.
So if you see a flash of gold, or a streak of gold, or you hear wings flapping and see something out of the corner of your eye that may be gold colored, and if you hear singing, cherubim and seraphim sing.
Seraphim, white wings. Did I say cherubims?
You said cherubim.
With white wings
tips.
with gold tips. Sorry. Seraphims, white wings with silver tips. Virtues are pale blue wings. Dominions are green wings. Thrones are deep purple wings. Sorry. And principalities are solid, brilliant gold wings. Now, principalities are God's warriors. And they are the gigantic
They are the big
angels.
protectors. They're the ones that were quoted being seen around the Twin Towers when they came down. People had said that they had seen thrones or principalities in the air around the Twin Towers.
Now, weren't those the same ones that the Russians in space
saw in outer space? Yes.
That's another example of where they've been seen. So.
Cosmonauts, 7 of them, in one of the Russian space shuttles, who are not a religious country, and these cosmonauts had never been taught religion, and had no idea
They had no belief in
what
God
a
or Christ. They were all
symbolic
atheists.
human being with wings would represent. And they reported to
And looking from their
government
windows from their space
that they
shuttle.
saw gigantic humans with wings.
Around the Earth or in the Earth's atmosphere.
These cosmonauts had no prior recollection or no prior understanding or information on what an angel would be, and this is just some of the validation of angels. Now,
This is just new release documentation from Russia as it was dissolved.
Mm-hmm. On the morning my mother died, I saw 2 angels, and they were standing, basically, just like Sylvia Browne says, they were basically about 3 feet off the ground, apparently looking like they were hovering, and they were all dressed in a nice suit, and they were 2 men, and completely surrounding them was an aura of light, and it looked like it was glistening. My perception...
Now, was it gold or was it silver? Was it blue?
It looked like it was snowing.
It was probably silver or white. So those were either angels or your thrones or they weren't principalities. What was silver? Seraphim?
No, they definitely were either angels or archangels, and I believe they were angels. And I remember them communicating, but they were not communicating with their mouths. They were actually communicating telepathically, and I could hear them. And one asked the other one, is he going to be okay? Should we do something? And the other one said, he is fine. He just lost his mother. He needs to go through this process.
Yeah, like one was teaching the other, explaining the situation to the other.
Or like one wanted to help me, like, that's what they're there for. They're there to help me, but they can't interfere in the contract that I had written. I had written this and pre-agreed with my mother that I was going to go through this grieving process on that moment of her death, on that day, and I was going to see those angels. It took me a long time to understand exactly what I was seeing and what was actually happening. I couldn't, for the longest time, couldn't understand why 2 men would be standing over me and talking about me and not to me and not actually moving their lips. And then I realized afterwards that wait a minute, they weren't moving their lips, they were floating, they were glowing with this white light and what looked to me like snow. They were angels. It took a long time and a lot of research for me to actually understand and comprehend that they actually had been touched by an angel. Have you ever had any experiences with angels?
I've heard the singing. I've known they're around, but I haven't seen, like you said, the snow. I've seen flashes of different color, but it's indistinguishable. I can't tell you a specific time. I have had people try to contact me from the other side, play with my electronics, that kind of thing.
That happens a lot.
I've had, something that hasn't worked in months literally just start working. So, and it's not plugged in. So, I've had stuff like that happen, but I haven't...
recently I've been having my cell phone and iPod, some electronics, make this weird underwater sound. And it basically, Sylvia Browne says that's the other side trying to communicate. If I could tune into that frequency just a little bit better,
the easiest
I might be able to...
for them to communicate through electronics.
Yeah.
EVP.